I got a pen.
I got a
No,
pineapple.
no, it's
Oh,
with the pen in my hand. In my hand is a pen that'll
it's a
write a
pen that write
poem.
a poem.
This is the pen she used to write it, guys.
And look, there's a portrait of Mark.
The portrait of Markov.
And there's a flat chest.
Ah.
That's jacked up. But hello
Okay.
and welcome back to another
Hello,
episode of This Started 30 Seconds Ago.
I don't know that game.
this started 30 seconds ago. Oh, 39, 40.
Caw-caw.
Caw.
Oh, no music.
Disclaimer, bad word warning, headphone warning, disclaimer warning, normal warnings as always on these games. Okay. Hey,
Except for children.
hey Yuri.
Yeah?
Ah, I suddenly
Okay.
noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together.
So,
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Reading a different book?
no. I was
I've
kind
got
of
a
waiting
burn
for
on my
you.
shoulder.
If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started?
Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I could make some tea first?
Some tea. Not at all, Yuri.
Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time any better, it's a nice cup of tea to burn my skin. Not to mention for yourself as well.
Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet as I follow her, and she retrieves a small pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside.
Can you hold this for a second?
One drops it on the ground. Sure.
That is something you would do.
Yuri hands me the pitcher of water, and she also fetches an electric kettle. But the kettle doesn't plug into the wall. It is powered by batteries.
Wait, electricity, water, that doesn't work.
I'm going to plug this at the teacher's desk. Then we'll go get some water.
She
Oh,
walks
will.
past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts to speaking mannerisms, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical.
Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. She said we'll go get some water.
I might as
We'll.
well walk with you. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yay! Shall we go then? Oh,
Yeah.
yay! She doesn't.
This happens in the regular game, Jade.
No. It
Yes.
doesn't. Oh. Okay. Where are you two off to?
She wants to mix your blood.
We're just, Yuri
Sorry.
was going to make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Sorry, out to the bit, Sarah. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it?
No,
Mind your
the water
freaking
pitcher
own
is a
business.
15-gallon water pitcher that weighs a little over 100 pounds. It's gonna take
Monica, mind
two
your
of us.
business. Gosh,
That's
Monica. Monica, please mind your own business for once. See? Thank you, Yuri! Or do you want me to tell you there's something wrong helping involving me in club activities?
her face. She's been so defeated. My mouth gapes. Oh. Ah.
I want to die.
Oh
I suppose I do.
my god. Well, she says what Mexico always says.
Haha.
Let's go then.
Ah. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. No one's in the hallway. She suddenly puts her forehead against the wall.
I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like
How
that?
could this happen to
Happened to
me?
me.
I made my mistake.
This is a job
Monica was
open.
wrong, but so was I.
Okay, we're gonna continue.
Yuri,
I just something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me?
everything.
What is wrong with me? See the knife
No,
or the
Yuri.
light to the sea, it cuts me. And no one knows
And now
how
I'm
deep it
bleeding.
goes.
You cut me open and you
What is
keep
Keep
the...
bleeding.
bleeding and
We keep
want to
bleeding
die.
alone. We keep.
And he says that I want to die.
I
What's wrong
think
with
you
you?
did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it also is not right for Monica to judge people like that.
It's too hard to read people's business. Me.
Eh,
I've got a bird on my chest.
How come when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Mr.
because
Precious Being.
nothing that you
Yuri
do is
cannot do
bad
wrong.
as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect.
I
We
gotta
we
work
have
it
emotions
again
and
and
we can't
again
hide
to
them
get
away.
it.
But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. It's like you're sitting there, your mind is like, oh, it's starting to sprinkle. Turns the little gauge a little bit. Oh, oh, it's stage one, light sprinkle. Stage two,
It's like
hurricane.
trying. It's like trying to get the perfect temperature. It's either boiling or not.
Yeah, so sad.
See, but it's nice having it almost boiling.
It
Ah,
is. It is nice. I like burning all the dirt.
but
When you take a
no,
shower, you just put it on as hot as you can.
Yep. And then you boil inside.
no,
It
no,
feels nice.
no,
Are you
no.
used to cold water?
I don't do cold water.
Jade,
I
cold
hate it.
water or hot water?
I do warm.
There is no warm in this situation.
Yes, there is.
Cold or hot.
It's warm.
Cold or hot.
Warm.
Like
Cold or hot.
lukewarm
Warm.
water?
No, like warm, warm water.
Warm, warm. She's like a true neutral.
No, see, I'm that person that in the shower it's like there you can tell where most of the water hits on me because it's totally fine and then like
Fine.
the water gets on like the like back of my leg and I just feel it burning me.
Yeah, it's just all red.
Yeah, but then like on your back it's like, ah, this is nice, and then you look and it's just all red.
Yeah, you just can't feel it. It's on your skin.
Your skin just gives up.
Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that?
Why would I hate you, Yuri? You're only the
Yeah,
best
you're.
one.
Yes.
Oh, why were we on 7?
Jade's on 2.
Oh, wow.
And she's
Why?
like 5 times louder than you are.
Uh,
I can't hate someone for having emotions. I can.
uh,
What kind of friend would do that? I would.
go. I consider it a friend.
Well, he's not really a friend. That's
Um,
Yuri lifts ahead.
me. I really like being
being
friends
friends with you.
with you.
Well,
Hey,
I
this is
like
my alarm. Why is it my
Ha
alarm?
ha
This
ha.
is my alarm.
And,
Mine.
and now Jade goes down a little bit lower. Oh no, she's at
Mine.
12.
Mine.
100%.
Mine. Don't you dare take mine.
Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying that, like something like that, but
Totally
I'm
friendly.
doing my best to help
Move
Yuri
on.
feel better.
You totally friendly.
Anyways,
Anyway, don't cut yourself.
Yeah. Shall we go?
yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom.
Me, do you like oolong tea?
Maybe.
Oolong.
Anything
Whatever.
is fine, Yuri. Because you probably only have
Very
one
well.
type of tea.
Very
Yuri sets the
well.
temperature of the kettle to 200 degrees.
Set to 500. The hotter the better.
No,
Next time it's a
we
10,000
obviously are
years
looking
to
at this
cut
wrong.
something in
This
half.
is obviously 200 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, still set to 500. Hotter is
Oh no, set it to 10,000 and then cut something in half with the tea kettle.
It's 1,000 Kelvin.
Whatever.
1,000 Kelvin.
It's the
Now it's
1,000
time to
Kelvin
get the
hot
teapot.
knife, and yet that's not
Now
even
it's
that
time
hot
to
when
get
you
the
actually convert
teapot.
that to Fahrenheit.
Now... Oh, Lord Jesus.
You really
It's
do
like-
this properly, don't you?
Of course.
What kind of statement is that? You really do this the correct way.
You really don't mess up.
You don't mess up.
You
I
really
shouldn't.
follow the rules.
I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others.
You
Even
should
if you,
add something
even
to
if I'm
it.
not an expert on tea or anything.
Ooh.
Ah,
In any in that case, you'll only be more impressed.
Impressive. Just impressive. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. She takes out her ruler and she's like, "Okay, this leaf is 2 inches long. That's too small. This one is 8 inches long. That's a little bit too big.
2 inches is too small for you.
Two
I
inch
thought
tea
you.
leaf.
Uh,
I will kick you from this call, just so you know."
what did he do? What did he say?
Nothing.
What did you say? What did he say? What did he say? What did I do?
I didn't. I removed him. How do I re-invite him?
I don't know. No, invite the server?
No. Oh.
You did this multiple times, Rico.
To my
What did you
surprise, she
say?
even starts humming a little to herself.
Text me what you
You
said.
must be
No, it's
in a
not.
good mood now.
Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a little bit of thinking. And I decided I would try to express myself a little bit
You did
more.
this thinking in the like 10 seconds we went to the water fountain. Got it.
Eh, it turns out it's not very hard for me to do.
I'm crying. Sorry.
When it's you who's around anyway.
Ah, that's great, Yuri. Don't push yourself too much.
You're always worrying about me, me. Me, 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 me. It's very endearing.
That's Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this.
Of course. Why
I
would I be
watched
kidding
Yuri
about
pour a cup
this?
of tea for each of us.
Would you
Why
like
would
a
you?
cup of tea with those crumpets?
Crumpets.
Cafe.
Daffy!
I have another request. Kiss me! Do you mind if we sit on the floor
Give me
today?
your pen.
Oh, why that?
Oh, my tits. It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk.
Ah, sorry, I didn't realize.
I could say
No
something
worries.
really bad there.
I
Not
could
gonna.
re-kick you from the group and just not re-invite
Not
you.
gonna say it.
I just have very back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it.
Is that so, Yuri? I'm wondering why that is.
It's also because of my. My.
Your posture, right?
Yeah, that's
My
definitely what I.
enormous
Always,
hair.
always hunched over like that while I'm
Now he's
reading.
gonna say something
While reading.
else.
But her hair probably
Yes,
strains her neck.
No, it's
yes.
obviously not her hair.
I have
It's all of the
Yes,
terrible.
it might
coloring
be.
in her hair.
Oh, probably. It
That
looks
that
really
purple
weird.
color must weigh a lot.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, you guys are so idiots. I have terrible reading posture.
No, we're
What?
trying to diffuse the situation to make Yuri feel better.
Or maybe those
That's why we should
giant
sit on the floor.
ears she has.
Fair enough. Well, go ahead and get the book. I retrieved the book from my bag. Ah, I have some chocolate as well. It's a
Oh,
bag of small chocolate candies I've kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. Boop, boop, boop. Wait, he pulls it out of his bag. The slightest little crinkling sound, Sayori just appears behind him. Hi, me! Jesus!
It's just a teleportation.
Yeah, that's what Sayori does. That should be just a little comic. It's just like the guy, he reaches into his bag to grab the candies, and just Sayori's just sitting there talking to Monica, and then you just see her brain, and it's like beep beep beep, and then she just
If you have
teleports
any
behind the
art
main
skill at
character.
all,
Hi, me,
if you have any
Jesus.
art skill at all, please make that and send it to nixonisajerk459 at gmail.com.
Yes, spam SF with emails.
Put
I
it
could
in the
make it.
description.
Mm, I
I did
should
that.
too.
That went bad.
I'll take that since I'll do well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit up against the wall, teacups at our side. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as the last one, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, Yuri's on the opposite side of me.
We're on the floor.
No, you realize that. So the first time you're reading,
Yeah, yeah.
you're on the right, she's on the left. This time she's on the right, you're on the left.
Yep.
Our bodies are even closer to each other. Oh.
Oh.
I can't see too well.
Get some glasses then.
Yuri
Ugh.
slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I
Maybe
supposed to
stop
focus on
stabbing your
reading
eyes.
like this?
Aba-
Yuri and I are what? Yuri was almost kind of cute, but when she's being less abrasive, it's almost more than I can handle.
Your teacup.
Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it in my
Scorching hot.
hands, there's
Scald your skin hotter than Nico's shower.
holding it with my hands, it's not holding the book. I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch your chest.
My bird really likes this game.
Why is he not talking?
No, he's just staring at it.
Meanwhile,
Now
Yuri
it's
hasn't
talking.
noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. Use all my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumbled with the chocolate wrapper. Ah, sorry. I briefly let go of the book and finished opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want.
Ah, that's okay. I won't take any.
Are you sure?
Well, if I touch it, then I might get smudges on the pages.
Ah, you right. I didn't even
I
think about
will
that.
just shove it into your
My
mouth
bad.
forcefully.
Uh, no need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay?
Are you sure, Yuri?
Of course.
Yuri opens the book with both hands. She's holding it so that I don't have any hard of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case,
It's
Yuri
really
is already
close to
totally
the
focused on
mic.
reading again. Take out a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply pouts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I branchly place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it.
Oh?
Yuri's expression suddenly breaks.
But I just...
Yuri looks at me as she needs to confirm what just happened.
Me.
Sorry. Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done
Sorry,
that.
mate.
That's... Well... You were just helping. That's something that friends do, right?
I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah, that's all it was.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Then you don't need to stop or anything.
I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by her expression that she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meets mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling in the rhythm of her breaths. I
Why
raise
are you
my
staring at
arm.
her chest?
Ah.
Like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. The chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers.
Okay,
Okay.
everyone.
Mark.
Wah!
What?
Hey, that's a movie coming out. You should go watch it.
I can just imagine in
It's
this
not
scene my
bad.
character is like putting it into her mouth, and then Monica's like, "Okay, everyone," and Yuri just jumps up, throws the book into the air, screams.
Just splashes her with tea.
Yeah. She jumps up, tea in her hand. She's like, "Be gone, foul demon!" Throws the tea in her face,
Because
runs out the classroom, just never comes back. Be gone, foul demon.
be gone.
Yuri jolts back.
your turn.
Yeah, Lorenzo, go.
It's time to share poem.
Oh, I hate you, Monica.
Man, can you help me? Please
Yeah,
help
of course I
me.
can.
Okay, then.
The spell is abruptly broken.
Oh my god.
I'll I'll
Oh.
take care of the cup.
Yeah, Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. It's like the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up.
Monica's the biggest cockblock.
I know, right?
Who we choosing?
Yuri.
Yuri! Obviously. No.
Yuri.
Yuri. Yuri.
Yuri.
I
Yuri.
wanted Monica's face to come up because that's what happened last time.
Uh, let's see what you're written for today.
No.
Dot dot
Yuri
dot.
stares at the poem with a surprised expression on your face. Do you like it?
Me. This one might be better than yesterday. It's called improvement. Wow. How did you even pick up on this so quickly?
You know, I just studied 4 years at Harvard.
4 years
4 years of
Rick and
writing at
Morty.
Harvard. I'm not even as good as you are
I
yet.
watch Rick and Morty,
I'm
you
not very
know.
good.
Just
I
yesterday,
got
I
an
was telling
IQ of
you the kind of
200.
techniques worth practicing.
Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining things, Yuri. I really wanted to help give it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. No, she just put her hands up against her face and it just glows.
I'm not used to this.
Used to what?
I don't know.
He's
It's
not
fine.
used
Take
to
your
her.
time, Yuri. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to
Spit
think
off.
before she
Turn on, turn on, turn
speaks,
on, turn on.
so I offer that patience to her.
Mm,
Dude.
yeah.
Stop playing Minecraft.
Being appreciated like this. How do you know I'm playing?
Because it says
Yeah, it says on the world.
Wait, where?
Also, it says on Discord.
It says Game of Games, right?
No, it just says Minecraft Windows 10 Edition.
What time is it?
It's
2:57.
almost 3 o'clock.
I should have not
Setting.
said anything. I waited for Paula to get on.
Wait, how is it not? Now does it say it?
No,
Okay. Are you
just kidding.
sure?
Definitely still says it.
Wait, it does?
Yeah.
We
Hold
should
on.
just
Still
leave it
says
up
it,
there.
right, Nico?
We should
But
just
seeing
leave it
someone
up
more
there
play.
until her boyfriend gets on and wait till she has to explain this to her boyfriend.
Dang it, I should have taken a screenshot.
Jade, you have to be reading.
But seeing someone motivated by writing. Well, sorry, Lorenzo distracted me.
I need to
It makes
Photoshop a
me
few things. Hold on.
really happy.
Really happy.
Really happy.
Are you saying you've never shared your writing before, Yuri? It seems like in class you would have had to do that multiple times. Really, I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. Oh.
I really only write to myself, and besides, people would just laugh at me.
Do you really think that, Yuri? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends. My next question. Do you even have close friends? I wonder why. Anyways, do you want me to share the poem you wrote today or whatever? That's it.
Yeah, I do.
Can you do,
If it's with
that
you,
Chicky next? Because I'm doing something.
the raccoon like the moon, blah blah. I wanna call myself, blah blah. Blah. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday.
I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about.
Cutting myself. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them.
Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even
Oh
figure out
no!
what it's supposed to mean.
Well, I think it's something that different that people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in more unusual hobbies. And those sort of things unusual forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them
Why do you keep them to yourself, Yuri?
because it's weird and I need therapy for that. They're embarrassing. And people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, me?
Well, yeah, I guess I do.
I feel like everyone has a little something like that. Like me playing Minecraft and trying to do it for my boyfriend. The best thing we can do is respect each other and our
I
individuality.
should send him this video.
No! He
Don't worry,
blocked you!
Nico, I'm on it.
What? What are you.
Totally not photoshopping anything. Don't worry.
I mean, it is difficult. Sometimes some things make us uncomfortable. After all, I haven't learned anything to embrace my own weirdness. I would probably hate myself, even though I already do. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things, like breaking my heart, writing, listening, making me fall in love with you. There are really many people like you, me.
That's exaggerating a little bit. There's that one guy.
But it's just how I feel. There's no guys here. I never thought
See,
I
look
would
at that
say
one
I
guy.
will
The
share
one
my
guy that just
feelings.
looked through the window.
Nico, what are you talking about? But now I feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling. And you're to thank for that.
It's nothing really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. And that's the end of today's episode. I
We
hope
haven't even
you
gotten
all.
where it changed yet.
It
What the
has
heck?
changed a few times already.
I know, but no big changes yet.
Yeah, but the big changes come when Act 1 never ends.
Ugh.
Act 1 never ends. Anyone have closing thoughts?
I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this.
And goodbye. Wait.